Hello my friends, and welcome back to round 3. We're 2 wins deep into this arena run and we're going to fire it up again. Right now we're trying to do Shaman. Our goal is 12 wins, obviously, just to see what we can kind of do. This deck is still growing on me a little bit. I do wish we had some bigger cards. Still wish I picked that Kraken just because, again, it's a Kraken, but Fire Elemental's been doing work. Ooh, a Druid. SFP4. I think that's some type of, sunscreen or whatever nonsense. I like most of my hand early on. The Ancestral Knowledge I think I'm going to throw away. Again, especially early on, like 2 mana, not that expensive. 2 mana and 2 Overload, like that's completely wasting my turns. If I play this, I'd probably have to drop the Mad Bomber turn 1 if I do want to coin into it. Otherwise I can hang on to it. I don't think it's worthwhile unless he drops something, because I could use the coin more effectively later, I think.
Greetings, friend.
I do like to get the early start, but I feel like the Mad Bomber and the Croc I don't think are going to be what gives it to me. This could be bad, innervating into something for 4. Mecha Yeti. Could just coin and hex it. Doesn't seem bad. He used a lot of mana to do that. I could also just hang on to things, take damage for a few rounds, because if I totem, he would probably have to kill my totems. And that way I can drop a Twilight Drake that's pretty beastly. 3 cards, not much. We're going to hex it. Depending on if he has anything, I feel like the fact that he innervated into a 4-drop, he might not actually have a real 3-drop. He's dropping zombie chows now, more 2-drops. I want to drop the Harvest Golem, but I kind of feel like the Mad Bomber is the way to go, because if I Harvest Golem, he can kill it with his hero power and something else. Oh, then that does set up the Mad Bomber, so we'll let him play into it. I mean, if I was him, my thought would be, minion into my minion, and then hero power the guy that spawns, and then he's still got 2 mana to play whatever. If he does that, he's got 3 minions with 1 health. So Mad Bomber would be awesome in a situation like that. If he pulls something else out of his sleeve that I don't expect, I'd probably just go Twilight Drake. It's a little bigger than a Yeti right now. I could also just do the Snapjaw. He's only got 3 cards, so he can't have that many choices to make here. Hungry Dragon, so he's kind of debating the risk. I got a 1/1 Murloc, which is pretty terrible for me. So this is iffy now. I think I am going with the Twilight Drake at this point, because again, the Mad Bomber is not going to do much for me. Twilight Drake still gives me quite a bit of presence, and then also it lives through his Hungry Dragon. Not by much, but it lives, and that's the important part. My 2 guys can trade into his Hungry Dragon if I need to. Bonegard Lieutenant's a little funky. Depending on how he does this. Odd. If I let my guy live, I can drop a Cogmaster and be pretty decent off, but then what do? Drop the Oasis Snapjaw maybe as well? Like, I feel like that's the play to make. I do think I need to kill off the Dragon though, because that's the big source of damage, and then kind of deal with the Lieutenant when I can. I think we're going to go with something like that. I don't want to drop the Raider because I don't have the hero power to go with it yet. The Thunderbluff Valiant I don't think is the worst, but I feel like he's not that much better than a turtle by himself. Mad Bomber still might get a chance to do something here, just because again he's going to hero power my guy. He's going to run something like Zombie Chow into my Cogmaster. And he's going for a lot of damage to my face right now, which I don't really enjoy, but not much I can do about it. I think we do this and then drop the Mad Bomber. I could drop the Mad Bomber before. He might take extra hits on that guy. But then he could also throw 2 to the Bone Guard Lieutenant. Let's drop the Mad Bomber first. We'll see what happens. That's a perfect Mad Bomber right there. You cannot get any better than that. I think I just drop as much as I can to try to regain my board presence. Do I drop a totem here, though? If I drop the totem, the Thunderbluff Valiant becomes a viable play next turn. But what totem would actually help me, as opposed to a ship's cannon, is at least a minion. Like, if I do the Valiant and a totem, it's basically like turning the totem into a ship's cannon next turn. I think we're just going to ship's cannon. The ship's cannon is the same thing as a totem that has +2 attack. I feel like I've got good board presence. I don't like throwing down that many cards into this, but he's only got 2 cards in his hand as well. So, you know, what you going to do, buddy? That lieutenant is out of control right now. But, talking about out of control, we trade that just because, again, that guy's got to die anyways. I could have done it the other way and he would have lived with 1 health, but I'd rather have a 2-3 turtle than a 2-1 whatever he was.
I enjoy
No, we're just going to go with this. It's kind of the YOLO strats. Right now he needs something with 4 damage to be able to kill that. There's a lot of options for Druid. He could have the Swipe, he could have the Druid of the Claw, could have the Starfire, and then the Hero Power, which this sucks for me, but what else would I really do? It keeps my turtle alive though, not my totem though, because a smart player is going to use his Mech Warper to kill my totem. Like so. I think we do it like this then, see what we get. Taunt Totem is great. We're just going to drop down as much as we can. And I think I'm going to do that, just get the damage out there. A Swipe would be horrible for me right now, just because, again, he can probably swipe right there, clear my board mostly. Don't think he has it, though, because otherwise he would have swiped in Hero Powered.
Shall we put a kink in their plan?
All pretty decent for him, especially considering my next plan was to, you know, Thunderbluff Valiant and Totem. Not that it really helps me right now with what I got, but we'll see where my 2 damage goes here. Horrible 2 damage. I cannot do the Valiant and Totem. I could do the Totem and Infiltrator, which I think is actually probably the way to go here.
I smell blood.
We're getting a lot of minions out here.
Reporting for duty.
I don't need these spell damage totems though, which is really disappointing to me. The heal was very strong on his part. I can set myself up for another swipe, which I think might be what I do. Otherwise, I can try to kind of keep my Demolisher alive, which may indirectly keep my totem alive. So I think let's do that. I want that totem to live if I can, just because the Valiant's going to buff the totem. I think with this play, he's kind of got to pick and choose, like Demolisher or Totem. I don't think he can kill both, depending on what the 3 cards in his hand are. So he's silencing the Demolisher and killing the Totem. So overall, pretty decent play, but we'll see where he goes here. Kills 1 minion. Should kill the Totem. Doesn't kill the Totem. This is a fantastic play for me. I don't know where I want to put it though in case it is a Flame Tongue. I think I can put it here and then I would just kill off that guy if it is. And it is. We'll toss the Valiant right here. We're going to kill this like this. I'm going to pop this down. Get so much damage on my board. Then we'll do it out like this. That's pretty much GG right there. As a Druid, I don't think he has any way to deal with that. He could Starfall, 2 damage, clear the board except for the Valiant and the Flame Tongue. This is very similar to the whole Starfall approach. He's got the Savage Roar, so that's a pretty good combo to pick up in Arena. It's sad for him that it's not going to really work out for him. He's definitely going to take out the Flame Tongue Totem. And then it looks like he's going with the Valiant for the other one. Still 6 damage on my board, though.
Tusk, tusk!
We'll drop the totem first, just to see what I get. Healing totem, which is nice. He's only got one card in his hand. I don't think I have another dragon because I played the Twilight Drake. Maybe I shouldn't have showed him my hand just because, you know, element of surprise. I don't think there's anything he can do here. Deathwing maybe, like, is kind of a stretch. Any other druid board clears, I think it'd be something like Poison Seed. Not going to have it. Starfall doesn't actually save him this turn now. Swipe doesn't save him either. Like, I just don't see anything that's really going to save him, except for maybe a big taunt, which if he had a big taunt, I'm going to want my 5/4 on the board anyways to help plow through it. Let's fire off the rocket as our victory celebration. 2 clicks to the left, blast, little malfunction, launch it off, fires. Kind of wonder if this guy just left, you know? One of those situations like, man, this guy had everything he needed. I'm out of here. I kind of did. It really was one of those games, but it's bound to happen sometime. He's moving. He's here. He knows. He's roping me. And there's the GG, my friends. Well played. That's game number 3.